Have you ever felt like thinking too deeply puts you out of sync with the rest of the world? Like the more you observe, the less you belong. You're not imagining things. Throughout history, society has often resisted those who think differently, not because they're wrong, but because they shine light on truths others aren't ready to see. From Socrates to Simone Weil, from Hypatia to Kierkegaard, deep thinkers have always walked a lonely path. Not because their minds were flawed, but because their clarity disturbed the comfort of the crowd. The truth is, society doesn't dislike deep thinking. It fears what deep thinking reveals. Not everyone wants to look in the mirror when the reflection shows something unfamiliar. So why does this discomfort exist? Why does insight so often lead to isolation? The answer lies in how we, as humans, respond to difference. When we meet someone stronger, we admire them. When someone is wealthier, we might feel envy, but it doesn't challenge who we are. But intelligence, especially when it's deep, reflective, and quietly powerful, does something different. It doesn't just impress, it reveals. This is what psychologists call a reflective contrast. A deep thinker becomes a kind of mirror, not of physical appearance, but of inner depth. They unintentionally reflect what others avoid, their doubts, assumptions, and borrowed beliefs. And that kind of reflection? It's hard to look at. Think of a time you tried to bring up a philosophical idea in casual conversation. Maybe you questioned the meaning of success, or asked what happiness really is. How quickly did the subject change? Most people don't want to dig that deep, not because they lack intelligence, but because they seek comfort. Deep thought invites uncertainty, and uncertainty feels like danger to the mind. The brain is wired for cognitive ease. It prefers familiar patterns, predictable conclusions, and effortless answers. Deep thinking disrupts that rhythm. It challenges default settings. This is why nuance rarely goes viral. This is why social media rewards outrage over thoughtfulness, slogans over substance. In a world trained to scroll, pause, and scroll again, reflection has become an act of rebellion. And yet, the world needs rebels of thought more than ever. It's not easy. Thinking deeply won't always gain you friends. It may not get you likes or applause, but it will give you something far more powerful: alignment with reality. You'll begin to notice things others ignore. You'll ask questions that don't have easy answers. You'll value solitude not as loneliness, but as sacred space. You may feel misunderstood, but you'll also feel grounded, because when you begin to see through illusion, even if others don't join you, you're still walking closer to truth. So what can you do as a deep thinker in a surface-level world? First, protect your curiosity. Don't let the noise dull your hunger for understanding. Second, find others on the same path. Maybe not in your daily life, but in books, in discussions, in rare conversations that feel electric with insight. Third, learn to speak the language of simplicity, not to dilute your thoughts, but to reach others where they are. Even the deepest ideas can be shared in a single sentence when spoken with care. Remember this: society may not reward you for thinking deeply, but history remembers those who do. You don't have to be loud to be heard. You don't have to be understood by everyone to know you're on the right path. Just keep thinking, keep questioning, and most importantly, keep seeing clearly. Because while the world resists reflection, it's reflection that changes the world. And if this resonates with you, welcome. You're not alone. This is The Philosophical Stone. If you found something meaningful here, consider subscribing. Join a growing space where thought still matters. Your presence helps this channel reach others who are quietly searching too. Save this video and see you in the next one.